Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff American Edition! That's right, I finally got around to doing one this year at my mom's house, so I had a little idea and I brought some of my favorite Negashio broth home with me. So, we're making soup tonight. Let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with in America! Here are ingredients for tonight's soup. I have my favorite Negashio broth. I've got some instant mashed potatoes. We're going to use that to thicken the broth up a little bit. I have a couple of actual potatoes, a Hatch green chili, and some bacon, which I'm not going to use all of, as well as a handful of bay leaves. All right, let's go ahead and get some of these vegetables chopped up. Our vegetables are this Hatch chili and these two potatoes. Now, this is a pretty big chili. I'm only going to use half of this. I'm actually going to save it for later. So let's go ahead and get these chopped up. All right, so I chopped up the chili a little bit, and we are going to go ahead and finish chopping up what we got here. It is really nice to have a full kitchen, cutting board, sink, and some proper utensils. All right, that's good enough here. Toss it in the bowl, and we'll move on to our potato. All right, there's half Hatch chili chopped up. There are two smallish potatoes chopped up. Let's move on to the bacon. These are 4 nice thick pieces of bacon. It has been suggested that I cut them in half and then cut them long ways and cut them into small pieces before I fry them. And since my cooking mentor has been doing this much longer than I have, I tend to take her advice. So there we go there. All right, and got some more here. Now, I'm going to cut these into smaller pieces, and then we're going to fry them up. All right, now that's all 4 pieces of bacon, but I think I'm only going to use 2 of these for the soup. We're going to set the other 2 aside for something I'm going to do later. Now, the other thing that I'm going to put into this soup, which admittedly I forgot to put into the opening intro, is a set of green onions, which I can't find easily in Tokyo. I mean, these are small. Yeah, I can find leeks all day, but these little guys, yeah, I can't find these. So we're going to go ahead and chop these up and set them aside. All right, I have a lot of green onions. These are also going to go into the soup. Let's go ahead and check in on our bacon. Well, I think that bacon's done, so let's go ahead and take it out and replace it with our Hatch chili and green onion. So on the advice of my cooking mentor, I left all the bacon grease in there, as well as all that nice fond. We're going to go ahead and dump in our green onions and Hatch chilies. Listen to that sucker sizzle. All right, we're going to get these a little bit warm, a little bit soft, and we're going to move on. These look done to me. Let's go ahead and put in the rest of our ingredients. As always, I'm using my favorite Negashio broth as a base. All right, turn that up to high, and we're going to put in our potatoes. That's right, the entire bowl. All right, let's get that hot. Now, while I've been home, I've been watching a bunch of cooking shows with my mom, and they like to use a whole pile of bay leaves. So we're just going to put in a whole bunch for this one. Now that I've got it boiling, I turn the heat down, and I think it's time to put in the bacon. All right, well, let's let that cook for a while longer. While we wait for that soup to finish up, I'm going ahead and put some of these instant mashed potatoes into a bowl. We're going to use these to thicken the broth. The potatoes are soft enough that I think this is done. Let's go ahead and add in our potato flakes. There we go. Da, 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 da. All right, let's stir that in. I tasted this broth and I think it's ready to eat. Let's get it into a bowl. All right, moment of truth. I have here a freshly made bowl of soup consisting of Negashio broth, potato, Hatch green chili, green onion, mashed potato flakes to thicken up the broth, and some bay leaves to round it all out. All right, so first, let's take a sniff. Let's see here. Smells pretty good, actually, but let's give it a try. See how it tastes. All right. Get some with a little bit of everything on here if I can. Yeah, there's a little bacon, potato, chili. All right. Nice spoonful. Oh, let's try it. No, that is good. It is really good, actually. I'm pretty pleased about that. Let's have another one here. Get some with plenty of potato and onion. All right. Yeah, that is nice. And just like last year, my mother came through. She made some garlic bread to go with it, so can't go wrong with garlic bread, right? Cannot get good garlic bread in Tokyo. But, of course, our main thing is this soup here. I'm gonna try. So, there's plenty of salt in this soup. That Negoshio broth is nice and salty. The bacon doesn't hurt either. And you've got nice hearty potatoes, and I think the potato flakes give you a little bit extra, right? And then, of course, for your vegetables, you've got your green onion and hatch chili, and finally, some bacon. Just give a little extra meaty flavor, right? So, this was not hard to make, but it was a little time consuming. I had to chop up the vegetables, I had to fry the bacon separately, and, wait for it to boil. But no, it's not difficult at all. So if you wanted to substitute a few things, yeah, sure. You want to go meatless, take out the bacon. Don't like bay leaves, leave them out. Want to add extra potato, swap the vegetables, yeah, any of this works. If you don't have access to the Negoshio broth, obviously you could probably make your own broth with some green onions or leeks and salt. It'd probably work just the same. Anyway, I have most of my bowl here left, as well as a piece of garlic bread, and there's actually plenty left on the stove, so whatever my mom and I don't eat tonight, she can have as leftovers when I'm gone. So, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.